is. Hi, this is live. I am Deb. Welcome to my channel. This is Awaken with Deb. We awaken to our soul, awaken to our purpose. You'll see some books behind me today. I share about the human experience because we all could use a little bit of help. And today's topic is about truth in layers, awakening in layers. And I wanted to share some things that have helped me awaken in layers. And one of the older ones is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And this is its original 1937 edition. 1937. And there's information in there that still will change your life to this day. It's amazing. We have Desert Solitaire by Edward Abbey. And I'm not sure I've actually finished reading that book. I should. So, that book, or at least that author, lived in this desert town that I live in, and he was here way like, right now, there's only 5,000 people that live here, and not even year round. That's just registered people, probably about a lot less, half that year round. Anyways, 3 million visitors, but once upon a time, it was just like a very deserted town or a mining town, and I haven't read any of his books, but apparently it talks about all the history. I'm just not a history buff. I've been busy doing other things, but it's this book is from a friend and I started it. Eventually I will finish it when the time comes. Called This other one is by Eckhart Tolle. It's called A New Earth, and he's also the author, it says at the top, by Power of Now. And Power of Now. So this book, A New Earth, it says awakening to your life's purpose. That's what we're doing here. We're awakening to our life's purpose for a new earth. And those words and that sentence, even though he has a book and even though those sentences are on his cover, those words and sentences have been resonating through so many people's thoughts and feelings and intentions in because that's what's happening. So but his book, The Power of Now, really, like, that really changed my life. That was the start of changing my life. There was a time where I was coming out of a depression and I went to get some help. It was postpartum depression, and the doctor was like, "Yes, I can help, medication can help, but also I want you to read these books." And so one of the books that he gave me to read was that one on the end there. Um Not the one, but by that same author. I just wanted to get that in there for a moment. Anyways, so the book, Power of Now, great book. It really helps with understanding the monkey mind. It really helps understand all the worry that we place on the future. And it really, the power of now and a new, like, if you haven't heard, I see that there's some people here now. When I started this, I was talking to myself. So now that there's some people here, I'll kind of start over. My name's Deb. Thank you for joining. I'm not sure what attracted you to this video. This channel is called Awaken with Deb. So we are awakening to our life's purpose. Mostly, it's really easy to awake, right? Like, we're not broken, so we don't need to fix ourselves. And we might need to heal ourselves, but I also feel like healing can kind of be a trap. And even though I will say I spent time healing, now that I'm on the other side of it, I also see how we can choose to be done healing at any time. But there are things that I really felt it to heal it. And that's what you got to do, right? So we talk about all things here on this channel. There's a lot that goes into erasing erasing the programming that has created our identities, erasing the conditioning that has produced societies that maybe aren't cohesive to the majority of people that are coming onto the planet these days. And what I mean by that is energy wise. A lot of people that find my channel and my information are kind of what you would call either black sheep of the family or just very highly sensitive people, or hello, Ashley Lynn. Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Jay. Yes, wonderful. Welcome, welcome. Again, feel free to offer any information for open Q&A. Please keep it respectful. And yeah, on the subject of awakening. So with some of these categories, I'll just kind of go through them and then I'll open it up for and then I'll scroll through the chat and do some Q&A there. So if you want to go ahead and put the things through, if I don't answer it immediately, I will come back around to it. We have a few more people, so I'm gonna do one more introduction. I'm Deb, and I like to share about the human experience to help others understand that they're not alone in their human experience. And we ultimately are uncovering things that have been layered upon our personality so that we can find our truest self, our most authentic self, right? So, truth in layers, which I believe is maybe what I put as a title. I can't see it anywhere. Truth and layers. There's a few different things. There's body basics, your emotional field, a mental lens, a soul level. And if you want to take it one step further, you can go unity of consciousness level. But so let's start with the body level. And I like to start with the body level because that's where most people's mentality is. The body is very much the lower three chakra systems. It's our survival, it's our food system, it's financial worries, it's do we have a community that's going to support us and help lift us up, help guide us? Do we have strong friend circles? Do we have family circles? How connected are we to our creative expression and our willpower? All of those are very much so emotions and characteristics that can be felt within the body, and we are electrical beings. And so the more that you pay attention to the electrical beingness of you, and that means moving the body, moving the energy through the body, paying attention to the endocrine system. I think I say that wrong every time. I've learned that word from reading it versus learning it in school. I'm not sure who the J person is or what the 360 and that is. If anyone else knows what that is, include me in. Great. Otherwise, I don't know if it's offensive or a troll. I'm naive, I guess. Okay, so truth and layers. Our body, we are electrical, and anxiety and depression, all that can be related to energy. It can be related to our food. Our gut biome is very much so, can be connected to our mental health. And even the food that we eat can affect the pain in our joints. And if we have any pain in our joints or systems, digestive issues going on, those can definitely relate into brain fog. And then we're not going to feel like ourselves and we're not going to want to be very active. So it means they want you to stand up and spin. Well, I'm on my bed, so I can't really stand up because then the camera would do whatever. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it just to like see who I am as a person? I guess probably just to see who as I am as a person. Bad. Okay, bad. We're taking that as people that just want to see a person. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you so much for filling me in on that. So we'll and yeah, it's excessive. So give me just a moment and I want to see if I can put user in timeout. Wonderful. The word 360 is not contributing anything to this conversation. So that person's in timeout. Okay. Truth in layers. Food versus chemicals. A good example, food is such a journey. That's food. I don't know what food is. I know there's programming of things that people have told us what food is, but even when I went and meditated for 2 weeks, it was 10 and a half hours a day for 10 days, not talking to people. You weren't allowed to do yoga. You weren't allowed to uh like get this excess energy out. Everything had to be very calm and mellow. Your food was very tailored and you weren't allowed to journal. You weren't allowed to have snacks. Like it's called Vipassana. Actually, if anyone wants to go look that up, Vipassana is done worldwide and it is a 2 week um, they don't charge up front. It is a by donation only, and they only accept the donations after you've completed a course. But I'm not going to go into that at the moment unless someone specifically wants to. So, truth and layers, body basics. The body is so important. Food and chemicals. Peanut butter is a great example. If you were to grab a thing of peanut butter that's more organic or says natural on it, and then grab one that doesn't say any of that, look at the ingredients. You will say one says hydrogenated oils, and one will probably say like palm oil or no oil. And that right there is a huge difference. Most people don't understand what the difference is. But the hydrogenated oils, and I might be pronouncing it wrong, but it makes the product shelf stable. The problem is it makes you shelf stable too. So when you eat that type of fat, your body doesn't know how to process it, and it labels that fat as being a shelf stable fat, and it kind of makes your fat cells more plastic. And so when your body needs energy from fat, it also doesn't know how to extract the energy from that now plasticity of fat cell, right? So chemicals versus food. The more whole a food is, I've learned that the more geometry food has, the funner it is. So that's one of the layers. And okay, so this video is now at 11 minutes. I like to keep them in the 10 to 20-minute range. Otherwise, it's really hard to get them to upload. And also, if there's not interaction, then I have other things to go do. I do post videos daily. And so those videos are usually in the 20-minute lines. Got to go to, yes. I have been doing lives every day, 7 p.m. Utah time. That's Mountain Standard Time, 1 hour ahead of California, 2 hours behind New York, 8 hours behind like Europe and Italy. I know I have some people over there watching as well. So, as far as me just rambling on topics, I try to do those morning videos as me talking about topics and kind of channeling whatever energy is happening through that day. And then these lives, I like to get to know people. I want to know who's showing up for the channel, what energy is coming through here, because their technology does help us with connection, and it might take time for the chords to find their connections. And that's why I'm showing up every day, because I know the power of community through the internet and just worldwide through hobbies, through like-minded people. I have personal friends worldwide already at this point of people that I know personally through collaboration of hobbies. And I think it's important because people that like to think big, dream big, they feel big, they know what's coming. We know what's coming, the energetic shifts that are coming. There's handfuls of us that are scattered across the earth, kind of like acupressure, if you will, acupuncture, or think of like a child connecting the dot children's book, right? Like us light workers and grid holders are spread across the earth, and we're using the internet to remind ourselves that we're not alone. There is power in numbers, and we do have purpose, and there are things happening behind the scenes. There are people out there that believe in change, and the change is going to happen through building the new. We don't need to fight the old. We're just going to build the new, and the old is just going to kind of fall away, right? So, if you're here for it, keep showing up for it. I'm going to do I'm showing up here for it. So, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being strong enough to have the courage to admit to yourself that you believe this information, because it's not widely acceptable information, and it is information that you will probably ask yourself if you're crazy several times. And I like to view it, every time I do like to think that I'm crazy, I like to think of it as what they say about a narcissist, is that if you are a narcissist, you're not going to question if you're a narcissist. So if you are questioning if you're crazy, you're not crazy. Your world ultimately is whatever it is you want it to be. So if you want to jump on my crazy train and believe all this stuff with me, great, because my world's pretty magical and you want me on your team. Trust me, you want me on your team. So thank you again for showing up, Alyssa. Thank you again. And yeah, okay. Yep. So Catch me again tomorrow, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. My name's Deb, sharing human experience to help others with their human experience to awaken to our soul's purpose. Those are some of my favorite books in the back, by the way, if you jumping in late. Yep, yep. Probably can't see them anyways. Okay. I will see you all later. Thank you again for joining me and have a blessed day. Sending so much good energy your way. Cheers.